You can see behind me a fence that has been driven through, and the resident that lives here says that this is not the first time this has happened. We sat down with the superintendent, what he says to parents' concerns, and the next steps coming up.
That's exactly right, Kenzie. I am at Fly Bungee Fitness in Loveland.
Once he picked up a paper and saw that it was a flyer promoting the KKK, he knew they had to be picked up immediately. Those powerful winds over the weekend tore the front of the former church right off. I had the chance to speak with the Wells family. They say they are heartbroken that 2 loved ones were killed by such a preventable cause. They are preparing to weigh and they are measuring the pumpkins. There was actually a forklift here a couple of minutes ago. Loved ones gather at the scene of the crash each year to fight for justice. I am in a corn maze, and you can see right behind me how spotty it is. It was an emotional scene here this morning at CVG after 2 breast cancer survivors finally met. Her boyfriend rolled up this cord that was given to her during the Duke Energy assessment. After that assessment, Duke Energy never came back. The coach was released from the hospital, but as of right now, the parent is still in the ICU at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center behind me.
My parents literally thought I was allergic to exercise the entire time I was growing up, and what I learned is I don't hate exercise, I hate boring exercise.
After years of trial and error with different exercise methods, Kate Malk decided that she needed a change. That's when she found Fly Bungee Fitness, a low-impact, high-intensity workout class incorporating bungee cords. Despite Malk's previous hate for exercise classes, she's been taking classes at Fly Bungee Fitness for 3 years, even working her way up to their most advanced class offered. And she doesn't plan on leaving. From switch kicks, to squats, to fly springs. This is not your typical workout class.
I don't think there's anywhere else you get to fly around the room as part of your workout and go upside down and do crazy things like that.
Jacqueline Koulianos is the owner of Fly Bungee Fitness. She says that with the help of her family and friends, she took the leap to open the studio in 2019, and since then, it has taken off. Koulianos says that her background as a dancer helped her decide to bring a different kind of workout studio to Cincinnati.
I needed something low impact for all of my dance injuries that I have now, and there just was nothing else. So my parents were like, go for it, and yeah, we did it.
Koulianos says that while Fly Bungee Fitness is a fitness center, her first priority is ensuring that all clients feel at home and comfortable.
I want people to come in here and feel like they belong. I want them to feel like they're a part of our unit. I want them to feel good about themselves and accomplish whatever health goals they have for themselves.
And that attitude pays off with the clients, creating a supportive environment where they thrive in knowing that they are making each other better, which is why clients like Malk keep coming back.
If I'm having a bad day, this is where I want to be because there's going to be someone I know and they're going to be here for me. So it really is a strong, encouraging community. I love it here.
Koulianos takes pride in the community she's built, but says that there's always room for more. Fly Bungee Fitness offers different levels of classes, from levels 1 to 3. Aside from bungee, the studio also offers a variety of aerial yoga classes for those looking for a flexibility and strength workout. A quiet courtroom gathered Monday after the death of a 21-month-old baby known as CB. Jesse A. Sarton, the man accused of killing the baby, was charged with murder and aggravated battery, resulting in death. On July 24th, Sarton took CB to St. Elizabeth Dearborn Hospital's emergency room after she fell unconscious. He allegedly told nursing staff that CB was injured after she was pushed off of an ottoman by a dog. Court records show that Sarton was the boyfriend of CB's mother at the time and was babysitting the child on July 24th when the incident occurred. Hospital staff at St. Elizabeth Dearborn Hospital called officers after seeing that the injuries on CB were not consistent with the story given. CB was experiencing pupil and brain hemorrhaging when she was admitted. After undergoing surgery, her heart stopped and she had to be resuscitated, then put onto a ventilator, where she ultimately died from traumatic brain injury on August 1st. Dearborn County Prosecutor Lynn Detters recalls discussions with hospital staff at the time.
The doctors at Children's said that she was one of the sickest kids in the hospital there when she presented.
After 3 police interviews by Lawrenceburg Police Detective Jeremy Shepard, Sarton ultimately admitted to shaking the baby for over 20 seconds. He also stated that this was not the first time he had shaken CB.
Like he put his hand out like this and he said that he shook. And I asked him how long he shook her. He said for about 20 seconds.
Sarton admitted to shaking the baby after she was fussing about not wanting to get out of the bathtub. While in custody, Sarton wrote a statement to the mother of CB, who was working during the time of the injury.
Baby, I'm so sorry. I shook her, trying to get her to calm down. She chilled enough that I could wrap a towel around her.
Sarton was ultimately denied bond, and the trials will continue throughout the fall. Bella Livingston, Fox, 19 Now. Chris Elliott is usually the one doing the saving, but now he could use some help. As a firefighter for over 12 years, he has formed bonds throughout the Deerfield Township community. That's why when members of the community found out he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, they got to work.
He's just a good all-around guy that just the fire service kind of needs, and the kind of guy that you want to work with. So, when we heard the news, it was kind of, devastating to us.
After finding out about Elliott's cancer, Haynes and local bar Sonder decided that they could use a custom beer to help rally the community for support.
Sonder's true definition is the realization that each person has a unique story. So anytime we hear of a story, that is in our community, we want to help and contribute to that in any way.
Together, they were able to create a honey beer rightfully named Hornet's Nest, a nickname of one of the fire stations. Without hesitation, the community jumped in to help.
Community is a huge passion of ours. It's the pillars that we stand on here at Sonder, so it was a no-brainer for us to get involved.
The event will take place this Saturday and give adults the opportunity to try the new Hornet's Nest beer. All money raised from the raffle will go directly to Elliott and his family. In Mason, Bella Livingston, Local 12 News. Many gathered near the student union on campus to protest the changes. The executive order says DEI programs violate civil rights law. Students we spoke to say,
I organized this protest because our rights are being violated. They are trying to target Black and brown people, but ended up hurting everybody in the process because of who all falls under DEI. This affects not only Black and brown people, but this affects our women, this affects our trans, this affects the veterans that fought for our country.
The Department of Education sent a letter to colleges earlier this month, saying that they will no longer tolerate racial discrimination in educational institutions, saying in part, the law is clear. Treating students differently on the basis of race to achieve nebulous goals such as diversity, racial balancing, social justice, or equity is illegal under controlling Supreme Court precedent.
I'm not the type of person that comes out and stands up really often, but it is time to come out and stand up. It is not a time to sit at home.
Hundreds of people gathered on Fountain Square to protest President Donald Trump's latest immigration policies. Many people I spoke to say they are speaking out for those who can't, making sure their voices are not silenced. The protest comes after President Donald Trump directed the Department of Homeland Security to carry out the deportation of immigrants in the country illegally. The Department of Homeland Security posted on X that ICE agents have arrested more than 8,000 people during President Trump's first 2 weeks in office. Many protesters on Fountain Square vow to keep showing up to protests until they see change in how the local and national governments are dealing with deportation efforts.